Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League. US Danny is DMing me. Learn Dota 2 League Season 19, Week 7. Today, we're taking a look at Shep's Clown Car, the avgpeen team, taking on Why So Serious, the jaso7 team. And with me here today is somebody that I really did not expect to respond to the call that I just posted in public looking for commentators. The guy who accidentally recruited my friend JFK, who didn't know how to play Dota last season, in the pool. What's going on in the pool?
Hey, how's it going? It's going well, and JFK was as good as he could be.
That's
It was
true.
a it was a fun
Yep.
season.
Yeah, the guy. I don't know if I ever told you this, but the guy, it was a friend of mine. Literally had not played Dota. He was a league player, but had not played Dota except for like a couple of matches beforehand and enough to get a medal, and exactly as much Dota as he played. So I hope that was fun.
It had its moments.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's just get this going.
Alrighty, yeah. Let's see how this draft unfolds.
It's gonna be an interesting one, I think. I don't. I don't know how these two teams are gonna match up in my mind. Like it does, the Jaso team has been stumbling the past couple of weeks, leading up to week 7, right? I think in particular, getting 2-0'd by the Trash Boat team is kind of rough, even if they had a good excuse for it.
Yeah, I felt that I looked at their draft and I was like, why are you drafting Void of all heroes and all these non-meta picks? Like,
In the
they're just
interest of fairness, if you look up their drafts in any other series, you'll say pretty much the same thing. They just kind of
yeah.
draft random wacky crap, and their execution factor is good enough that it doesn't matter.
Well, that's good, I guess, as a team to have. But yeah, I was really questioning. I even tried to win a game with Void the other day, and I was like, this hero's terrible.
Hey, in fairness, I thought your draft game 2 this week was, like, not good, and it didn't matter anyway, because I think the Chon team was just so mentally boomed that it didn't matter.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a decent draft all season.
That's true.
Watching the replays,
All,
there's
all,
always
all,
something wrong with it.
all the drafts have sucked and been terrible, and,
Dire team ban.
Oh, Cryptic just responded to my DM that I sent him, like, 3 hours ago. Nice.
10 seconds remaining.
Typical cryptic.
Yeah, US Danny is claiming not to be banned next season. Spoilers, US Danny is banned next season. I can assure you of that. Greg was telling me, like, I wouldn't mind perma-banning him, so look forward to that.
Wow, yeah, that seems. I don't even want to know what he did. Just leave it at that. I don't even want to know.
I know. I know. Apparently, you have not been happy with your drafts in this season, so that'll be really fun on bracket.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know why people still ban out Dawn right now, but maybe
It's still pretty good. I don't think it's like last patch. Dawnbreaker was almost the only P3. It's certainly the only P3 that was like a regular P3, basically. Like everything else that was doing okay in the role was just something like LC or like just Axe just because he was numbers good, and he really isn't anymore. So spoilers, that guy's not really worth banning anymore. But yeah, she's still fairly solid. She still has a lot to offer, especially that that ult is still very, very unfortunate. I think this is also mid-nerf, because I think she got nerfed again the last patch, and the last patch had not happened when this week happened, I don't believe.
correct. Yeah, I think the last patch came out Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't
Yeah,
10 seconds remaining.
after this series. I had to update when I got back, so...
5 seconds remaining.
Alrighty, sounds good. But yeah, but then again, I think also the Why So Serious team, they actually play a lot of Dawn, or had played a lot of Dawn. I think they had like 100% win rate on it. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, almost everyone has, like Dawnbreaker almost hasn't lost this season, basically, so... What's this? I see. First pick Lifestealer, you guys did that too, and I thought it was crazy then, I think it's crazy now. It's not really scouted out at all.
Yeah, the last when we played last week, there was a lot of first phase
10
cores, like
seconds remaining.
carries. I was like, this is really weird. I didn't understand that. But
Yeah, the funny thing is that in your series, you guys first picked Lifestealer, and I was like, oh no, and then they picked two things that get countered by Lifestealer to oppose it, and I was like, okay. Running with the Abaddon here, who's still pretty good after the last patch. It's hard to say exactly why this hero is so good. I think honestly, the real politic is this hero has just been this good for a while, and people have like really not seen it, just under like trying to chase the old like the old silence E based builds, you know, the old four hits.
yeah, it's a menace to play against, honestly. And it's great when he's on your team, unless you're with someone that does not know how to play that hero. But
Yeah.
it's a solid hero. Always has been. It's just people can't stop hitting him during ult in this bracket. It's hilarious.
Also true. The question is, do I like him against Lifestealer? And the answer is, well enough, I guess. I mean, it's not really two heroes that interact, and he doesn't really, like, save people from Lifestealer particularly efficiently. I guess, Lifestealer doesn't tend to go for, like, huge alpha. He tends to, like, wear you down over time and just win the race. And Abaddon is good at tilting, though, so, you know, there is that, but I don't think there's really any thought deeper than Abaddon is good, pick the hero right
10
now.
seconds remaining.
I agree. At least on Shep's team, they at least
5
banned out the
seconds
Ursa.
remaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big one. Would like to see. I think you got to get rid of the Razor here. I think he's in a good enough spot now where that's like okay. Especially when he has somebody like an Abaddon on his team that's like that's a big enabling hero.
Oh yeah, the worst part about Razor is you go in and your team is nowhere to be found. It's just, you
Always
can't-
fun.
It's terrible.
You had a big Razor game this week.
Yeah, I enjoyed that game. It was fun.
It was the first time in the season we saw a Razor not just feed and flop.
You gotta know how to play Razor if you're gonna pick it. Know its
Damn!
limits.
Shoutouts to Mappo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my opinion is I think Razor is like I think a lot of people are very high on Razor. I think Razor needs a good game to do well. Like Razor does not have a good game by default. If he has to have the right scenario either on the enemy team, on his own team, or ideally both to actually succeed. So far he's kind of got both. Picking the Witch Doctor here, which is fine. It's not unacceptable by any regard, and it's something kind of nasty for Lifestealer, because Lifestealer does not like the, he does not like the ult that does your damage goes through BKB. He does not like the switcheroo, which he doesn't really have any options for. He does not like,
5 seconds remaining.
he just doesn't like this guy, and that's the support. That's always nice to have.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a good pick into the Lifestealer. I mean, I hate walking up to a Witch Doctor and it disappears, and it's not an axe target I want to go into anyway.
Radiant
No, yeah.
It's really tough.
What happens if you're inside of him? He voodoo switcheroos. I mean, I assume you just pop out, but it'd be funny if you just stayed in there the whole time.
You know, I don't know. I don't know how that interacts. Like he goes to what is the alt read? He goes to a different realm or something. I don't know what it is.
You follow him to the different realm. If you pop out, you actually get to see it. Greatest Easter egg of my life. Here comes Earthshaker, a hero we've been seeing a little bit more of recently. I'm not that much of an Earthshaker believer thus far. So far, whenever I've seen Earthshaker, it's mostly been in the hands of competent Earthshaker players who have not delivered. So
He just falls off and he's a ton of farm.
Yeah.
It's really hard to play that hero. I think.
yeah,
in
it's
this
very
format.
awkward. I mean, 3 is kind of the weak role right now, I think, in general, and Earthshaker is in the awkward position of, like, he's a 3 that needs a lot of input to work and is still not really going to get you more than a 3's worth of output.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean BKB basically nullifies his toolkit. It's really tough.
Got the Lion here, which is good for gumming up Abaddon, you know, forcing him to use the Aphotic Shield to get rid of that stuff, and, can keep guys keep both of these guys pinned down when that's not an available
5 seconds remaining.
not an
Are these
available skill.
Support? So this is a support shaker in Lion, or what do you think?
It could be support shaker. I feel like it's more likely to be 3, though. I feel like there's really not... Well, at least I hope for their sake it's 3. I don't think there's really much to support Shaker right now. Bringing out the Bounty Hunter because they got confused and thought they were the ones who ended up with the Giraffe.
I do not like Bounty Hunter. I just don't like that hero. On my team, playing against it, maybe it fits into this draft.
Well,
I
Chobro
could
does. Chobro quite likes him, which means it's going to be core Abaddon. It's going to be Abaddon P3.
Okay,
Which,
alright.
after the patch, I don't think I like that much anymore. I think I'd really, generally prefer to see him support right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think that hero is a menace in lane, does a lot of things that many supports can do. Just doesn't have a stun.
I am the Juggernaut. I am being picked in the middle of this game.
Oh gosh, I kind of don't mind it, and then I kind of do.
Lifestealer used to match up awesome in a Juggernaut. It's not really so much the case anymore. I think Juggernaut's going to win that right now. Especially, you know, it used to be that Abaddon plus Juggernaut was like, you know, orange juice and toothpaste. They didn't mix, right? Because you couldn't do anything to Jug while he was spinning. But now you can use skills on magic immune friendly targets, which means it's like a really nasty combination. Bringing in the Tide Hunter, who's just kind of a meta guy right now, even after the patch.
Yeah, Tide's a great hero right now. Into the Jug, I don't really know why you'd pick that, but we'll see. Plus, I think Juggernaut's a good pick. Jaso was really good at farming, and he'll probably be an item ahead with the Lifestealer. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it is going to be a very, like, somewhat of an unfortunate situation, because not only do you have this matchup that kind of tilts in favor of Jug, I do think with Tide Hunter, you can definitely build Tide Hunter nowadays to make Jug miserable against you, but it's kind of hard to do that and also have things for, like, the other opportunities. Like, you're still a big HP balloon, and so the Maledict can still get rid of you very easily, and you don't like that pure damage either. Your damage block is, as traditional, does not interact with that stuff at all, so. And Witch Doctor can be a pain in his ass.
Oh yeah, I wonder who's gonna lane with the Jug, or who's gonna lane with the Tide. Because if it's a Shaker, I don't know. This would be interesting.
I'm assuming it's going to be Jug and Witch Doctor with Abaddon and Bounty Hunter in the other lane. And we're going to see Kingfisher's pick here. I mean, that or Kingfisher has, like, lost his mind and is going to be running the Abaddon mid. It wouldn't be the strangest thing he's been running this season, if I'm being honest.
Oh, man. Well, at least I don't have to see a DK player right now.
That's true. God, can you imagine being the kind of guy who just runs DK every week unless it gets banned?
I could never imagine being that kind of guy. I don't know who would ever
Or
subject
just
themselves.
snooze Dota, you know what I'm saying? That's the snooze cruise right there.
You
No
gotta get tired
spirits,
by
says
the-
Jaso.
Oh, okay, here we go. Yep.
They do not want any spirits to be present in this game.
Yeah, it makes sense. It really does wreck their lineup right now. Oh.
Gotta put on my glasses real quick. I can't really tell. It's Sifat1307, who's a player I don't really know. I believe I mean, it's either that or Hamming Coder, but either way, avgpeen is being stood in for this week.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I was sitting there wondering, like, why aren't they banning the avgpeen heroes? Why are they banning stuff he doesn't play? And that would be the answer.
I mean, I feel like this has been the substitute LD2L season. Like, there hasn't been everyone's taking a week off every week.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been like the stand-inest season, I think. It's been the most stand-ins per capita or like replacement players since I started and all the way back in season 12, I think. It is like ridiculous. Guys, make your dates, please. They're pretending they have avgpeen and are picking the Monkey King anyway. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think the Monkey King versus Juggernaut matchup has been like one of those matchups which has tilted a lot historically, and right now it is, I believe, very, very heavily disfavored towards the Monkey King. Like, old Monkey King does not like to see this guy right now. He just kind of eats you, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so what? You're I'm in a Wukong's. I just hit Swift Slash. And
Yep.
I just ult you, and you can't do anything about it. it's terrible. I don't like Monkey King as a hero right now. They really need to fix that hero, or just I don't know. He's just not there.
Oh, look at that! Just as we were talking about all the way back at the beginning of Pick Phase. And you know what? I like it. I don't think this ever got bad as a, what the hell, Monkey King Shepherd's Tone. What? Luke's playing Monkey King? Is he going to be the mid?
Ah, interesting.
Hard to tell exactly how this is going to go. I assume it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be a support Earthshaker.
Okay.
And Safat is very obviously standing in for P5 there. So, yeah.
Well, who do you favor in this draft? I gotta go with.
This is dire. This is all
yeah.
dire all the time.
Yeah.
It's not been that many times this season where I've been looking at a draft and I felt like the Jaso team really has it, because they do wacky stuff. You'll see them do something crazy, and it has, let's just say, perhaps not the effect they want sometimes, but this time is like. This is just a serious draft against a serious team, and it looks really good. And then the other team, it looks like they're doing a lot of they're trying to set up big circles here. They want to have the Tidehunter ult followed by the Echo Slam and the Wukongs, but like that's a lot to get to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very hard to implement those type of fights to be perfect. That's what you need.
The thing is it's like. Everything has to go right for that to work in a game that looks like this. Like, if the Juggernaut happens to be hitting Q when you Ravage, it's over. You're not hitting that. You're not winning that fight. If you do the Ravage and then the important person in it just gets aphotic shielded by somebody who happened to be out, bad and just happened to be just outside, that's bad. That fight, you're not winning that. If you get the Ravage and then, like, Monkey King gets, let's say, I don't know, 4-staffed out of his Wukong's command or something. That ain't good,
Yeah, it's almost like you have to get baited into fighting and then come in with the Ravage like Blink for it to be
Yeah,
effective.
yeah. I think the real deal is you just kind of have to get 5-man Ravages for it to really be what you want in this game.
Yeah, every single time. Well, it looks like they're doing the old do-si-do, avoid each other. Nice.
I thought for a second that that Monkey King had turned into like a smoke on the ground, but no, he's just a branch.
It did look like it. Why is that guy translucent? And then, oh, there it is.
Oh, we got the. I wonder if they fixed this little area of the river on the desert. Oh, they did. Very nice.
Oh, they
Good
did,
job, Gabe.
wow.
It no longer looks like shit.
Yes, all these black pixels. Like what? Like quality control, man. How'd that slip?
Quality control in Dota? Are you kidding me? Do you remember the Techies Midas bug? Like, hello?
I remember all the bugs. Terrible.
I remember the patch that when it dropped, you couldn't watch replays for a while. You just get like a crash to desktop, like some random point in the match. That was awesome. Where's my quality control, Gabe? Boring runes, 2 for 2. Nothing crazy happens. Bounty Hunter's gonna go way back in the back line there to drop a sentry. I'm having to look here and make sure that is indeed Chobro. This is indeed Liquid Jopa. Okay. These guys always changing their goddamn names. Anyway. So, it's time for everyone's favorite part of the cast, the roll call. It's time for everyone's favorite part of the cast, the part where Lifestealer gets beat up a little bit, but not enough to worry about. Pause 1 for the... For Shep's clown car, you have Hertz, huh? What do you mean already? Everyone's level 1. Just the simple case of Juggernaut spin with the stun, I guess. And even Tidehunter's courier even died in that nonsense. That's very sad. Anyway, Shep's clown car, pause 1, you have Hertz sound. At least I assume that's Hertz sound on the Lifestealer. Pause 2, you've got Shepherd's Tone, who I guess is captain of the team with avgpeen is out. Don't see him mid much. He was that in Season 13, that was a lot of fun, and his animations are really broken right now. Pause 3, you've got Fiery X-Show on the Tide Hunter. Pause 4, you've got Hammering Coder on the Earthshaker, whoever that is. I found out actually that the guy who was standing in the other match was actually Doughboy, so shoutouts to him. Pause 5, you've got Safat1307 on the line, another stand-in. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, for the Why So Serious lineup, pause 1, captain of the team, you've got jaso7 on the Juggernaut. Pause 2, you've got Kingfisher on the Razor, the guy that you DM when you need to talk to Jaso because he doesn't check those. Pause 3, you've got Liquid Jopa on the Abaddon. Pause 4, you've got... where is he? Pause 4, you've got Shobro on the Bounty Hunter. And pause 5, you've got Cerberix on the Witch Doctor.
Yeah, a lot happened in 2 minutes. It was
True.
a lot went on.
Sure, we got to see a lot of very interesting background events while I was calling that.
Yeah, at one point the Witch Doctor had the top last hits with 3.
Very nice.
Alright, this mid matchup should draw, I think.
Yeah, thus far it hasn't been going that great for Monkey King. He does get to have a full complete wave here though, so there's that.
Uh-oh.
This does not look good for the Tide Hunter. But Jug can kind of like... It's funny, this guy doesn't even have Kraken Shell, and Jug is already like really not doing any damage to him. You better be careful. Okay. Spin isn't going to be up for a long time. This Radiant offlane is getting really hammered here. It's like they're just kind of spending their whole life at, okay, unfortunate timing for old Earthshatterer there, but good on the part of the Witch Doctor. Jaso could have continued pursuing. I think they did actually call the creeps off there. I think Cerberix actually did reroute the aggro, but seems Jaso was not expecting that, which caused him to fall back. If he had actually called that, if they had like coordinated that a little bit more openly, I think that could have just been another kill on the Tide Hunter, and that would have been really bad. Chobro is ignoring lane to go hunt couriers in the back line here. Just laying a bad 1v2.
Yeah, that's why I hate playing with bounties. That's all they do. It's terrible. But yeah, I think Jazz will stop because he died diving too soon, and maybe that's what pulled him back. But it looked like he had the tide.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tide Hunter now chewing through consumables.
Well, at least he brings a region to the lane. My boy Space Cowboy sometimes doesn't.
Hey, he's like pause 4 now or whatever, so there's that.
Still
He got demoted.
He got demoted.
You got demoted and Tristero took the job.
Let's see. Oh yeah, hey, Monkey King and Razor are pretty tight and even.
Yeah, you were right on the money about the lane tying up.
Just Razors just can't last hit until you have some items. He went bottle first, so.
He does have the deny lead right now, and you can definitely tell it because it feels like he has a quarter of a level up over the Monkey King.
Oh yeah, you can do.
So Fat very low here. The downside for this lane for Abaddon is that there is... if you're going to play core Abaddon, you really want to have a lane with kill pressure, and you do not have that here. Not with a Bounty Hunter in your lane. You're very dependent on what your support is, and that guy can't kill people. So you're going to be starting kind of slow, and you're probably going to be a little behind on your items unless you're a god at last hitting, and he's not really ahead of the Lifestealer, so...
Yeah, Lifestealer can just walk away, come back, walk away. And Abaddon really can't.
And Lion can just kind of exhaust his Photic Shield. Just constantly spamming out skills. So I notice he has not gone for the W here. So he's a little bit worse at that than usual. But he makes up for that in being able to suck Abaddon's entire mana bar off, which is like awful for him right now. You really don't want to be... You don't want to be 0 mana Abaddon, you're just a passive at that point, which you can almost kind of be when you've got 2 levels in it like this, but it's still not really what you want to do.
Oh.
We have a little go here at top. Let's check out that happening. I wonder what this could have possibly been.
Maledict spins? Oh no.
Wow, it's Maledict.
Wow.
Just Maledict, actually. No spin there at all. The spin was before.
Alrighty. Well.
Yeah, this is going awful for this off lane top. The Tidehunter has like no last. The Earthshaker actually has more last hits than the Tidehunter at this point. I guess maybe they're thinking about scuttling the Tide, but like, it's not a great situation.
Yeah, the hard part here is like, this is where I get confused by people how they lane. They don't aggro the creeps to themselves, and then they're losing the lane, and they just let the P1 just walk up and get all their last hits and denies while they sit in the background watching them. It's very very annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I mean the problem is at this point is that it's getting increasingly difficult for the Radiant offlane to even get close to the lane. Like you can't even mess with the creep hacker all that much, or this happens to you, you know?
Jeez, yeah, and then being so far behind too now. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's really hard. I think the worst position you can be in is the one Fiery X Joe is in right now. It's very difficult to recover momentum when you're this far. No, Earthshaker, no, you have no HP!
Oh.
It's going to go down here. It's going to give Cerberix a Shrine of Wisdom. Monkey King is going to attempt to pursue. They're going to kind of see that, it seems.
Hit the Q. There it is. Yep. Oh, nice.
Jessa is going to try and TP. Oh, just barely makes it. Meanwhile, this guy dived tower and didn't win.
Ouch.
Dove tower and didn't win. They did get the Life Stealer, so there's that. And everybody gets to see what button I use for my push to talk on these casts. Spoilers, it's G.
I was like, is that them?
No, that was just me opening chat to see the kill feed there.
Well, did they get both shrines? I think so, right? Look at this.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Which means that Abaddon now has a level on this Life Stealer. Bounty Hunter has a level on the Lion. Abaddon was stopped from getting that courier by these crappy little frost things in the jungle, which has got to be really annoying to him. And then he put on a Photic Shield 1 frame before he got frogged, not like he could have done that 1 frame after, I guess, if I'm being fair. Razor has Power Treads and a Haste Rune. He is barreling towards bot as fast as humanly possible. Well, I guess he could be. I guess he could be faster if he went ahead and popped the Haste Rune, but he's saving that till, something could happen. I think he did in fact walk just right under a ward here, and they recognize that.
All right. Well, he took a trip down south just to go back north.
Yep, got nothing done for that.
Well, at least the Monkey King's doing something too, so I guess it didn't really.
The bounty has found the Lion down here, and Kingfisher says, good enough for me. Gonna dive under the T2 to get this very free-looking kill.
He's
gonna try and go in the back line there, looking for something fun to get, but nobody's down here, so he's just gonna TP to top, where Shepherd Stone has just made a successful gank on Jaso. And made a successful gank on him too. And now the first Ravage is gonna result in the death of the Witch Doctor. That was very awkward. Kingfisher kind of showing up there after things have already gone wrong without that much HP mana.
Yeah, to be fair, he needed his ult, and he could have taken on those 3. And but we all make mistakes. I forgot to hit my BKB last game when I played it, and I walked in and just died because I didn't hit BKB.
Whoops. And you probably got flamed for it too.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I watched a cast of it.
No, you did. Well, I mean, maybe you watched the other cast, but yeah. I was gonna say, you don't know that. You haven't watched that yet. It'll be uploaded after I get done recording this tonight.
Yeah,
I am the Juggernaut.
Well, it's a 1K lead, 6-8, so it's still anyone's game right now.
Here's a fun story for everybody at home while we're watching Abaddon and Earthshaker and Tidehunter too go at it. This is actually a really bad spot for Abaddon to be in. He's really in the middle of a lot here. He's going to try and ult, but this is kind of the issue with Abaddon ult, is if you got a lot of stun, then on the other side, then you can just kind of be sitting there during the whole thing early game, and he really doesn't have anything to help him stay alive during it. He is in fact Homeboy, let's talk about this. You can't start with this anymore. It's not good.
Oh no.
No, you cannot start with this anymore. I mean, you can get this item because even if the Echo Saber itself isn't that useful on a bat anymore, Harpoon is still really good. But I wouldn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
think about the Echo Saber until it's time to build the Harpoon. Until then, maybe think about some smaller ticket early game items, perhaps. Going to get the inaugural Witch Doctor ult that's going to do nothing.
Dire's
You're just going to immediately get stunned out by the Earthshaker, who used his Echo Slam to counter it.
Yeah, I was like, why did everyone just pop out? I think it was he killed some creeps, right? They just blow up.
Yep. Good, well-timed Infest by the Lifestealer is going to help dodge a Coconut. That likely would have led to the deaths of both of them.
And the
Oh
couriers.
no, Bounty Hunter just got 2 things off that courier. He got most of a Diffie, looked like. Yeah, most of it. He was calling the Diffie, and it wasn't even complete yet. That's a little weird. It's a strange time to be doing that. Either way, just the kill on the Bounty Hunter seems to be all that Dota wants to look at right now. 69 gold loss, very sad. Feels like, oh, this guy is level 6, never mind. I was about to say, it feels like Bounty Hunter needs to hit 6 sooner than later. Got a shield rune on the Razor, which I don't know if that just naturally popped or what, but will probably not be used for anything too interesting as a result. Tidehunter is like, man, this guy is living, yeah, he's living in poverty. He's got less money than the Earthshaker does.
I think you called it. They just said, you know what? Support Tide.
Yep.
Shaker. Shaker is our offlane now. So we're going.
Yep.
scanning.
They just kind of scuttled him. If they haven't scuttled him, they've certainly done a good job making it look like they have. Radiant scan out. That somebody is in the triangle. It's probably not who they expect to be. I don't know why they did that. I mean, good guess, I guess, but like,
There's no follow-up. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Maybe Hurt Sound was considering going up there to farm if nobody was on radar. I don't know.
If anyone knows, please let us know.
There you go. Bounty Hunter kind of hovering around over here. I don't think he's really going to be doing anything though.
Yeah, what does he
Dire
have?
scan out, accidentally kind of find the Monkey King, just kind of walks into it last second.
Is under attack.
Okay, let's see. So 3 towers up.
Tidehunter's
still.
building what? Okay, what is this nonsense? What builds out of this? Is that
The
okay?
Soul-
It's
the
Mage
Soul
Slayer. That's fine.
Mage Slayer? Okay, yeah.
My Orb of Venom and Mage Slayer. Goddamn. Make it make Sun-Size Frog.
Yeah, I don't like that build up. I'm like, what do I do with this Mage Slayer? With this Orb of Venom in the lane? Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't make any
Radiant's
sense.
middle tower is under attack.
I mean, hey, Mage Slayer's still a very good item on the Tidehunter, so, you know, there's that. And he's going to get himself a nice little building here. I guess the guy needs to take some momentum back, and this is a decent way of doing that. It's still not a bad farming accelerant on him.
No. And he's finally ahead of the, wow, Kingfisher really lost.
Yeah, the whole 2 ganks that didn't do anything, including one where he died, did not really make this, the end of lane phase here very good for Mr. Kingfisher.
Yeah, and I think his skilling, like, he did not skill E at all, so he has no way to farm really, besides his items. And he is
True.
not his farmer.
Yeah, you can see there, he sees the life stealer, he thinks about going after him. This, where's that stupid... Okay, no, that's per level. I was thinking it scaled off E for some reason. Never mind. But he is, okay, this is interesting. They're trying to counterattack on the Razor here. They're going to drop the Ravage, and they're going to drop 5 men to do this, and, they're going to get the job done, actually. Everyone else is just going to be like, not my problem.
It would have been a good kill. I mean, it's still a good kill, but they really need to take out this jug. I feel like Jazz was just farming somewhere. I haven't seen him
Yep.
all good.
Guy is just sitting in the jungle. He is farming out. He's got his Battle Fury already here at 15 minutes. Feels like he's had it for a minute because he has 1,000 gold. We're making a go at this bot tower. This is crazy for Jaso. He has like lost his marbles here. He is going to avoid the worst possible disaster by spinning at a good time.
Oh wow, what a nice shaker!
Goes for the return Oh man, that hurts so bad.
Oh.
You got a really good Earthshaker roll, but the Omni Slash plus all the other crap being thrown into the battle by the Witch Doctor ends up turning that into a 4-for-0 trade with the possibility of 5 if they can find this Tidehunter here. Which they can't.
Oh.
He goes the other way.
Oh wow! I thought that was bad for the Licensed Series team. I was like, oh, they're gonna get this jug, but he hit R, just smashed R. And that's all I needed to do.
Smashed R and smashed that Monkey King. Just completely demolished him. 6,500 damage done. That's like basically just a double of Radiance damage there. And most of it was Jug. 3,058 gold falls into the Dyer's pockets. 517 falls out of the Radiance. There was a kill on the Razor before that. That's not being considered, but who cares? And he's got his Mask of Madness now, so he wants to do this funny crap. And it's gonna work. He's just gonna eat this poor Earthshaker.
Not the off lane, no.
Not the true offlane. They're kind of competitive again.
Yeah,
Well,
that was a big swing. Actually.
That kill also just drastically dropped momentum here for this Lifestealer, who's now kind of fallen to the same spot as the guys on the other team, or the guys in the other lane, rather, on his team. It's really not that far ahead of his cumulative offlane. And he is getting dangerously close to being behind the Bounty Hunter, just over a grand difference between them. And that's Bounty Hunter, so you know if he gets just a couple of kills, that's going to close.
Oh yeah, and then the tide fell again below the Earthshaker.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not going to be that long until he's getting close to like the Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
That's right. Baden has found the Monkey King down here. Monkey King just defuses him 1 second after Abaddon uses the Aphotic, and so he's still really slow. They're gonna jump on him down here. It is probably wise. He doesn't actually have anybody who can help. They drop the Ravage to force him to go ding. There we go. They drop the Ravage to force him to go ding. The Bounty Hunter shows up to try and distract, but it isn't gonna work out. Lion points at him and he dies.
Oh, here we go.
The two supports are down here. This is like a really badly conducted fight for the Jaso team so far, and they realize that and are just going to back off at this point. It's very worried these two are just going to try and stand their ground at 2v5 with nobody here. Jug used the proceeds from the last fight to buy himself an entire Yasha. Razor has again got that Mask of Madness for the funny. The Sacred Relic is now Lifestealer's whenever he wants. Yep, he's just going to go right for that. Going to get a sub 20-minute Radiance. Rip Lion.
Ooh, well, they got the... I don't like talking about.
They got the Tormentor. Lion did not survive, but at least it gave Earthshaker enough money to really soundly pass a Tidehunter. He got himself the Blink Dagger.
Oh wow, he's got the blink. Okay, yeah, they got some opportunity here. I want to see if they can capitalize on it.
I think Safat was just watching footage of Space Cowboy from the week before this, when he made the conscious decision to die the Tormentor. This is a funny meeting of the minds.
Oh wow, you can't let him do that, Lifestealer.
What's he gonna do at this point? If he fights him and the creeps die, he's just gonna explode.
I'll scan him.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, it looks like the Razor's back up. This Adam's doing pretty well.
The Abaddon's getting a. Is he building what I think he's building?
Tower is under attack.
Okay, he's getting Basher. Okay, good. If this guy was unironically building BKB Abaddon, I was actually about to flame him into oblivion. But no, but he's going to get himself a Basher. He's going for a Blink afterwards, which I don't think makes all that much sense. I think he would really just rather have the Harpoon, considering you've already built it up halfway.
Radiant's courier
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna blink on it. Like, they're gonna be extremely scared that it's a bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Not really the right guy to do this kind of thing. The Dyer is prepping themselves for a fight here. Both teams just missing their respective pos 1s. Bounty Hunter throwing some tracks on the back line. Earthshaker going fishing in the fog there, didn't find anybody. The bounty hunter did get himself found here. Razor just got ulted in the midst of the ulted by the Tide Hunter in the midst of the Monkey King ult. But oh no, the Witch Doctor. No, Abaddon, don't let him get all of his health back. Okay, good. Is going to go down. So that's at the moment it's a 2-for-1 trade. Abaddon looking like he's not gonna. Oh my God, he has so Razor has so much damage. Never mind, Abaddon's gonna be fine.
Oh, did he?
I
Oh,
am the
his,
Juggernaut. I am going to run at this wave and Omni-Slash
Whoa.
creeps.
What was this? Whoa.
He was trying to ult on just the Juggernaut, or not just the Juggernaut. Oh, Lifestealer. Oh, I do that too, Hurt Sound. Don't worry.
Oh.
I do that sometimes too.
Yep, I do it too.
Oh, well-timed use of the rage there. Abaddon kindly requesting that you bow to your lore, but I think that's it for old Fun Stealer.
Oh.
God, he's so fast. Think. Okay, there we go.
Oh. Oh, that fight looked really good. And then
Yeah,
the tide chase.
they had the ultimate setup there, where they got to drop the whole world on top of Razor's head, and they weren't actually able to kill him. He was just able to BKB get out there. Just barely survived, but that's all he needed to do was just barely survive, because then he was able to just come back in and get a bunch of kills. And I doubt the fight recap is going to accurately show that. So 3 for 2. The Desire walking away with just shy of 2,000 gold. The Radiant walking away with just shy of 1,000. And they also lost a Lifestealer, who in fact just lost money from being there. He didn't get anything from that fight.
Yeah, he showed up late and then just died after he did get zoned out by that Omni-Slash, so there's that, you know.
That is true. God, they had the disaster Omni-Slash and they still won the fight pretty convincingly. That's not good for poor avgpeen team at this point.
Yeah, I think it was a coordination issue. Like the Tide went to go chase the Kingfisher in the fast river, and it was like, "What are you doing? Just stay with your team. He's got to come back."
The Dire finds the Earthshaker hanging out alone in the southern part of the jungle and just gets rid of him. Very short order. They're jumping on the Razor here again. It doesn't look great. Okay, they are going to get him though.
Good kill.
Yep, Lion just points at him and he goes down.
I would have loved to see Lifestealer get the kill, but I don't know, 7.
You take what you can get. I think he at least got assist gold off of that. Well, we're not going to know that yet. We're going to have to think about that for a while. There we go. No, he did not. This poor Hurt Sound, he can't get anything.
That's the worst, playing carry. You're behind and you don't get any kills or anything.
Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Fat walks by the shielder in there, does opt to take it, is going to lose his courier for the process.
Oh, I hate to see it. I hate to see it. Not ideal.
Once again, Witch Doctor in striking distance of the Tide Hunter here, who has fallen at this point below the Bounty Hunter. If he, when he cashes in his Gree, he is probably going to he's probably going to overtake Tide at this juncture.
Yeah, 700 gold will put him. Yep, put him over.
He's going for the shards. There's that.
At this point, I think that's a good move. If he could at least slow somebody down. I mean, what else does he offer besides ult right now? I don't think he's.
Do you want to hear the bad news?
Dire's middle
Sure.
tower
Lay it on
You can ult out of that as Juggernaut.
me. Yeah, it is the bad news.
It is pretty bad for the Razor. I don't think Abaddon cares all that much. I think if you use that on Abaddon, he's like basically fine with it. He's got Echo anyway.
Yeah, it's good, but yeah, I mean, what else do you buy? Do you save
True.
money? You know?
It's hard to say at this point. I think Tide Hunter is one of those heroes where you really can't afford to fall this far behind, because when you're here in the net worth chart, there's really almost nothing you can buy that's going to dig you out of that ditch. You basically are a charity case at that point. You just have to be around big kills that your team gets you. He was about to bring that courier right into Bounty Hunter and then thought about it.
Oh, here comes the.
Earthshaker will have no such reservations.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, that was a good move. Oh,
Ben
everyone's out there
has
now.
his
No,
blink
don't stay.
dagger. Ben has his blink dagger, is going to try and disable what he thinks might be a blink dagger on the Tidehunter. He does not have one and is not even thinking about it.
Yeah, like, what do you do here as a bat? You're just gonna blink on him and hit him once as they walk away?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Blink on him and then hope for a bash. That's basically where it's at. Going to drop the Monkey King ult in a
Whoa.
really unfortunate spot here. Everyone on Dire is just going to walk right past it and kill him. The Jug ult comes out, is going to take care of the Tidehunter. The Witch Doctor ult is going to shear off the rest of his team, including most of the Lifestealer's life, appropriately enough. He is now running for the hills, going for this creep camp as fast as possible with this SNY. Look at this. This is ridiculous.
Look at him go.
So they are going to lose the kill on the Lifestealer, but they can't be that sad for it. 4! They made $4! That's amazing.
Hey, they didn't lose some dollars.
That's true. That's true. 2,944 gold passes into the Dire's war chest here. Did 4,000 more damage, just shy of it anyway. It's really, I guess 3,500 more.
Yeah, I think it's just a
Just
net
looked
worth
awful.
issue. Right? It's a net worth issue now. The cast didn't do it all the right things, but they don't have the items. This is tough.
Yeah.
Tough spot to be in.
Well, the Monkey King ult there was unfortunately like pretty rough. It kind of happened a little desynchronized to the Ravage. Like most of the people who got hit by the Ravage were not actually in the Monkey King ult. Only one guy was in there, and he just walked out immediately. So.
Yeah, it was hard to see it, but it was like, whoa, that was weird. And then-
Earthshaker hits this wave and then gets away. Looked like we were about to see the old Earthshaker get shaved, but well, I guess he has the Ghost Scepter, so he's gonna be fine in any case.
Oh, Ghost Scepter supports. I hate playing against those. I think who
Yep.
is it? Dark Ace always goes Ghost Scepter a lot, and it's annoying to play against him. all
Okay.
the time.
The good news is that Jug can just kind of go for Nully and nothing can really stop him here.
Yeah, looks like he's going Butterfly.
Yeah, he doesn't care that much. He's not overly concerned about his lack of ability to kill the Earthshaker, which I guess makes sense because his team has, you know, if you're worried about the Nullifier, you can just use this, you know, or not the Nullifier. If you're worried about Ghost Scepter, you can just use this, you know. I think that works through it, even though it's physical. I could be wrong. I could be an idiot.
I like Razor's build.
Oh no, I guess yeah, it won't work, but it'll be able to either use the Q through it. Plasma field.
Oh, there it is.
Yep,
Use
there's the really
and-
cool Ghost Scepter. Ben has found the Lion
Use
here
your
at the
blink.
back of the fight, but Lion just blinks away.
Oh.
The Tidehunter Desperation ult is looking pretty unlikely to save his life. Yep, tries to TP, gets bashed out of it.
Oh, that was tough. Tough to watch.
Dire is breaking up here. They are just trying to divide the team at this point. Just get the Lifestealer and the Monkey King some farm, which is probably the right call. They're definitely not going to be conceivably winning fights at this point. Not when the Tidehunter and the Witch Doctor are still just so close to each other here.
Yeah, and the Slice and Serious team isn't really split up farming. They're starting to group together, so they can't even pick anyone off at this point. It's tough.
Ben cutting this wave here. He's got his Abysmal Blade now.
Ooh, now the blink makes sense.
Is under attack.
There we go. Of course, it still wouldn't get anything more done than the Harpoon would, and the Harpoon gives you way better stats, but there is that. They're trying to get this wave here, but Lifestealer is not cooperating. He's just cutting the wave right back. They're going to get this T2 with the one creep wave they have, though.
Top tower has fallen.
Alright, Lifestealer's ready to fight. Let's see who wins.
Abaddon's ready to fight as well. Abaddon is no
And-
longer ready to fight.
They walk away.
Radiant
Oh, Monkey King. I don't know what else he would build. Yeah.
Yeah, just going for the Basher here. Got his BKB. He's used the 9 already.
Yeah, he's still melting. That's the hard part. Just
Yeah, you know exactly how effective his 9-second BKB is in the capacity that I didn't notice that he used his 9-second BKB. That's never a good sign when that's the case.
let's just say it blended in with the ult. That's all.
Yeah, there you go. Dire does Roche for a minute. The Radiant walks in. Dire kind of turn out and start fighting them, and then the Radiant's like, never mind. We can't actually win that fight.
Bottom tower is
All
under
they did was just lose the ult. Okay, nice. Oh, hey, don't look now. Where's our tide at? The network's chart.
Shaman has fallen.
He is officially fallen under the Witch Doctor.
Okay, so what's the next move here?
Yeah, I mean, I am assuming the next move for the Jaso team is just going to immediately try to make a fight happen. Which I guess makes sense. You really don't want to... the Radiant just cannot be allowed to catch their breath at this point. The Earth Sound going to try and go home. He's going to make it. He's going to hit Q, go home. But, yeah, I guess they're just going to try and start a fight as soon as humanly possible. You don't want to give the Radiant time to breathe. The Lifestealer and the Monkey King are both down. The Tidehunter is almost gone. And the Earthshaker did not end up really being any kind of substitute for that.
Oh, not at all. Yeah, they should be able to at least start going high ground.
Yeah, they have a really good hero to do it. Abaddon can just kind of sit uphill, especially with the healing ward behind him, do whatever he wants. In fact, it's going to be Juggernaut who's going to sit uphill without the healing ward. There we go. Jug is going to sit uphill with the healing ward doing whatever he wants. They're going to glyph it out. Abaddon is going to... Abaddon's going to blink onto the Lifestealer and stop him from getting involved in the collision of the circles. Once again, the Witch Doctor ult is coming out right on top of the Monkey King ult, which kind of makes it end awkwardly early. You've got the Omni Slash, which mostly just serves to take out the Tidehunter, who sadly died without ulting there. Lifestealer gets clipped on the escape. They didn't even lose the Aegis on Juggernaut. Dear God. Yeah, call it, guys. It's over.
Yeah, you had your one good fight. You lost 8k on that. Yikes, that's tough.
Yep. The Radiant before the okay, Luke's calling GG, we're going home. Before even the Earthshaker buyback lost 1,410 gold, which means they probably lost closer to 3k. The Dire made 5. It's awful. 30k gold lead. Why So Serious takes the win. And we're going home. I think this is just a simple... This is a simple case. You know, sometimes we look at games where I have to sit here for an hour trying to explain how all the pieces came together like they did. This one is a simple one. The Jaso team had a... Oh, shoutouts to Princess and Platt and that old man whatever who I queued into once and it didn't go well. Shoutouts to those guys. Good luck in the Battle Cup. But yeah, they had a good comp. They executed it very effectively. In particular, one thing I don't know if it was really getting enough credit. The Cerberix Witch Doctor was really good this game. I thought it looked like the ults were coming out just exactly when they needed to. It felt like every time that Monkey King got into an advantageous position, you would always see that stupid Witch Doctor ult just come out and immediately ruin it. Every time Lifestealer stuck his neck out just a little too far, you would see the Witch Doctor ult come out and shave off his entire HP bar. He did a really good job this game, I felt like. You know, just... Even if, the actual damage dealt isn't crazy, I mean, it's almost as much as a balancer as that. Even if the actual damage dealt is crazy, it's the importance of that damage. Just when that damage drops on you in a fight can often mean a lot, and he was doing a really good job with that, so yeah, good on you, Cerberix. But yeah, besides that, it's just the Shep's Clone Car lineup just got outdrafted, and then, it played out as you'd expect. Kingfisher kind of started on the back foot there. This guy does not seem to do as well when he gets like a more sane mid. Maybe this guy should be picking like the Shaman mids or whatever. But he
Yeah,
did
I
start
agree
off
on
on the
that.
back foot. He did come back. So there's that. But yeah, just a big game for Why So Serious. I think maybe you were talking about some communication issues earlier on. I think maybe both a combination of the patch being fairly fresh and having 2 stand-ins, especially stand-in over captain, which is always awkward, factoring in there. Hard to say. Either way, we'll see what happens next time.